Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's cast of GMU versus RIT, the redemption, the arc where the underdogs come back. And joining me today is Mr. Enrage.
Yeah, hello, Enrage here. It's a bit too early to say that its comeback match hasn't happened yet, but that definitely is the goal for GMU today. Last time that we saw these two teams face off of each other, RIT took a decisive victory 2-0, both maps in their favor. Granted, RIT didn't take it by a huge margin. GMU did manage to score 4 rounds on RIT, with 6-4 being scored both rounds. Both maps.
Also joining us today is Dopenshire.
Hello, everybody.
So we're gonna be trying something a little bit fudge. We are back. You guys talk it over.
Regardless, the first map today will be Oregon, followed by our second map of Clubhouse. RIT will be attacking on both of these maps, and from what we've seen in the past, RIT seems to do pretty well on attack. The last time that these two teams faced off, when RIT started off as attacking, they were able to take 4 rounds on Villa and 3 rounds on Clubhouse previously. So it's going to be interesting to see their game on Clubhouse once again this time around. Regardless, they're a rather strong team. Both teams currently in their division have 4 points. RIT has 4 points, GMU has 3. However, GMU does have the round differential advantage with a +4. So it will be in GMU's advantage if they win today. If they tie, they will still be behind by 1 point, but they will have a higher round advantage, assuming everything goes in their favor. However, if RIT wins, they will have an even more advantage-giving lead.
Advantage-giving lead?
Yes.
What do you think on that, Dope?
If I recall correctly, I actually casted the last time GMU played RIT. And I remember it was a very good game. Both teams are actually pretty close, in my opinion. Yeah, I could see this going either way.
It was it 4-6, 4-6? And sorry, 6-4, 6-4 in RIT's yeah, that was interesting.
Correct. I mean, GMU put up a pretty good fight. They consistently were winning rounds without too far in between. Usually it was 1 or 2 rounds of RIT, then 2 rounds of GMU, back and forth like that, with RIT usually taking the advantage. But GMU had quite a few decent plays as well. I'm counting 3 triple kills on just Villa alone, with another 2 on Clubhouse. So there were some pretty decent plays by GMU to be seen overall.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how they play against each other and what both teams pull out to try to counter what they saw last match against each other.
Before the map gets too thrown out here, I just want to mention that I was able to get a little bit of a word in with GMU and RIT before the games. RIT said that they actually prefer playing on Oregon and Border. Those are their 2 better maps, or 2 of their better maps. So we'll probably be seeing some advanced strats from them on this, as this is one of the maps they practice, and they do a lot of roam clearing, which will be hurt by that Jackal ban.
Yeah, that Jackal ban definitely really looking to amp up the roaming on defense. See what RIT bans out here.
Honestly, I feel like we might see a Habana ban from RIT. No, what?
Choosing to ban Ying. Actually, they did the same thing last time these two teams met. I'm curious as to why. No one on GMU really plays a lot of Ying. There was only 1 round where Ying was actually brought out successfully, so that ban seems a little bit unnecessary. But Echo is definitely a solid ban.
Yeah, Echo's a pretty conventional ban, especially, at this high level where he can just shut down plants in the last 30 seconds of the round, which oftentimes, these rounds do go to, down to the last minute, just planning, trying to get the retake, and Echo definitely assists with that. Let's see who GMU bans for defense.
Last band coming in here will be Kavera. Now this is an interesting choice for a map like Oregon. Kavera doesn't really have too many ways to rotate around this map. You've got your two main staircases, and that's really about it for verticality.
I mean, the attic is always a good option, but you need either the shotgun or impacts.
Right, and using both of Cav's impacts to open up a rotate through attic is a bit of it's quite a large use of utility, actually.
Definitely.
So, bring basement first, definitely the smart choice here for GMU. Probably the most defensible site on this map, and easily the most played as well.
Yeah, they're GMU's definitely setting up for a big hold here. They're bringing Maestro, Rook, and Doc. They have potentially 3 ACOGs at their disposal. A lot of firepower there. They have Legion's goo mines to just really slow down the attackers, and they have that extra intel from the black eye cameras.
Yeah, their setup is very... Oh, actually switching it up and going to second floor instead. I must have missed that last minute change. The armor from Ponat will actually be quite a big advantage here as well. It'll allow them to take a bit more aggressive engages when RIT is trying to make site pushes, or if they're trying to go for peaks. And that Legion will definitely do a nice job of slowing down anyone who tries to come into site too aggressively.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely an interesting switch up. I mean, second floor dorms is a very defensible site. I'd argue it's probably the second best on this map, behind obviously basement. And it might actually be in their advantage to switch it up, maybe throw off RIT's plan. Because I know personally, if I were RIT, I would be thinking, all right, they're gonna go basement, let's plan for that. And now, you know, they have to switch up with their operators what they have, and we will already have mentality go down to PW Nut, getting a kill right off the bat. That'll hurt them a lot later in the round.
And that's something that GMU mentioned during their pregame interview, is that they were going to try to go for really aggressive spawn peaks, especially on maps like Oregon or Border where those are available, and that actually came back to bite them. The blue card picking up one, Shy Jackal picking up another. None of the attackers from RIT have even entered the building yet.
That was overly aggressive. I would believe that if they had held back a little bit after that initial peak, they would have had the advantage, but they consisted on it, but they are insisting on it. They're not quite sure whether it's going to work itself out. It is 2-3 right now, and PW, they're being extremely aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, even with the Rook armor, you still have to be wary that it is a one-hit headshot still, and it's not like RIT is lacking in the accuracy department. They definitely have the aim and the practice to be able to deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, we are now halfway through the round. There's a 2v3 in favor of RIT. They have good map control on first floor, right below objective. We've got Ash peeking in inside, Redding looking to contest. Jackal will not find it.
I think they're getting a little bit more defensive here, and are aware that they're pretty much sealed off on white stairs. They're gonna try to hold right here. Not sure if the ACOG's gonna work out that well here. But
yeah, it is good to know that both of the defenders on GMU side have ACOGs, so that will be a bit of a close quarters disadvantage, but it seems like all 3 attackers from RIT have the same setup as well.
see a rotate by PW Nut into the bunks. Oh, and Quetzal's gonna get the headshot on Redding. Down to just PW Nut, but Quetzal is going to kill Shy Jackal out of...
Bomb located by attackers.
It leaves it just to Ponut on Rook to clutch this out. He does have 2 attackers to deal with, however they are both lit to a certain degree. He is not. And he does have that Rook armor protecting him a bit from damage. However, they will be going for the plant here on RIT. Rocket already trying to get that diffuser down, but no, going down to Ponut. A good pick there, but losing a ton of health.
Just needs 1 bullet to finish this off, and he hits it! Rocket with the frag on PW Nut, getting RIT the first round. That was a very choked out round.
Yeah, I mean, RIT
they-
had a really good start.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like GMU really fell into the psychological trap of not really knowing when to fall back, and you see this a lot, and really a lot of players all across the board. You know, when you get a kill, especially that early around, and you spawn peek, you think, "Oh, I'm up one teammate. You know, we can possibly afford to sacrifice one more. You know, let's try to go more aggressive." And oftentimes that leads to your team getting overly aggressive, like GMU did, and it could end up costing you the round.
The sunk investment fallacy. I think that's what that's called. Like, you've sunk already your investment into one frag, you're gonna go in for another one because you think, oh, I'm up. We don't need my kill. We don't need me up on site. And it looks like they're gonna go ahead and not try kids dorms again.
Yeah, it seems like they're playing this round a bit safer, gonna choose to go to the more defense-favored site here, especially bringing that Mira and Mute as well. That'll really help them out there. Luckily for them, RIT didn't bring a Twitch this round. However, opening that rotate to floor level does open up a lot of options for drones to come into the B site, which isn't necessarily what you want.
This is a bit of a low opening there on the mirror window. Is he planning to actually vault through it?
Yeah, leaving it open that low is a bit risky, especially with the option of bringing a Capitao or really anyone with AoE. Even Ash's breaching rounds, if they wanted to, could probably down the Mira from that angle.
Yeah, I'm assuming GMU's strategy there is not only to use that hole as a rotation and a Nitro, but mostly just planning not to have RIT get down there at all. Maybe roaming. They are kind of built for more anchor play besides road on that Jaeger. Everyone else is pretty much, your utility's built for holding a site.
Seems like RIT is going to be choosing to go in from a decently off-site take as far as entry is concerned. They have two already going in from small tower, trying to do a job of roam clearing. Shy Jackal doing a good job of checking out this bathroom. It's a little bit high sensitivity there, full 360. But
I believe he plays on like 1,000 cents? Like
1,000 cents?
Maybe?
Yeah, that's, I mean...
What is...
Yeah, 1,000 DPI is a bit high.
He's very ready. He's very ready for anybody. Oh, I guess not. Not anymore. It's 140.
Turtle has zero cares in the world if anyone comes down those stairs. Good work there from Blue Card and Mentality trying to open up that hat. Doing a good job of trying to take out those Kate Artillas as well, but Rocket getting a nice quick peek onto Bohoja. Mute off the board, however, the Jammer's already down.
They're straight up. Oh, Road is going to go down. Is going to take down Shy Jackal. Shy Jackal, however, already fragged out Redding, and the hatch is going to get open, and Turtle is going to have to contend with that in the corner in the laundry. As Quetzal and... Yeah, Quetzal pushes down the stairs, trying to find some sort of defender to take down, and Blue Card is going to probably see the feet of Turtle, but not going to finish him off. Oh, Turtle picks up a headshot on Blue Card. 3-3 right
Turtle
now.
really expected that. He did be not ready for anyone to come down those stairs, possibly looking to C4 the plant. Knows the hatch is open. Rocket still clearing out meeting hall.
Need to act soon.
They do have 30 seconds to execute onto site, but they have no smokes on the table. They have Zophia's lifeline to a certain degree, but they do have to worry about a Mira and a Cade. That's a lot of firepower to deal with, and a Jaeger on flank as well. Looks like they're trying to deal with that Mira window mentality, trying to put those Escaros pellets to good use. Pushing down to make sure that they are not shot off the Mira window, but looks like he won't be able to actually execute that at all. Trying to get the plant off behind, but the washing machine doesn't seem to care about the Mira Nitro Cell. No! Knocked by the air jab, won't be able to get it off. A kill coming out, however, from Road, getting a nice shot there, with Quetzal on the flank.
Oh, but unfortunately, Quetzal cannot finish off PW Nut, and the defenders are going to be able to destroy the diffuser with just 3-1. That just did not work out very well for Quetzal. He had a good flank.
They had a really good flank started, but as soon as they lost mentality, it all started to go downhill.
It's
Yeah, I mean, they couldn't contest that mirror window. And, you know, once they got down there, they only had 30 seconds to spare. As we pointed out, they did not have smoke grenades to even conceal themselves, so GMU could just run up, take some shots, especially when one of the teammates on RIT was planning, really can't assist the team at that point in any gunfight that they get engaged in. Gonna go
Looks like GMU gonna
GMU
not
pick
choose
up.
to...
Guys.
Sorry, we're all trying to talk about how GMU's not changing up their picks.
Oh, it worked last time.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And it looks like they are going to bring Twitch on blue card this time around. But they are giving up the Kaid and a Doc for a Clash?
Attackers need to locate and defuse
GMU's
bombs.
been known to play a bit of Clash. Maybe not necessarily on Oregon, but they did play Clash for 2 rounds on Villa last time. That was also once again played by Redding. In both of those rounds, actually, Redding managing to take up 2 kills.
Looks like
Yeah,
instead
I remember him doing fairly good on Clash. PW not on that mirror. That's definitely an interesting pick here. RIT is definitely ready. They have Twitch on blue card. And so they're ready to just pop those mirrors. And they also have those windows on B site to actually just pop those themselves if PW not decides to put one there.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers are
I'm
moving
curious
out
to see if
locate a
Mira
bomb.
chooses to go for the bookcase Mira. It's not necessarily an everyday pick, but it's actually doing a good job of opening up this window really early onto the round. That'll give him a lot of pressure watching inside of Master.
Oh, just gonna miss PW, not the Quetzal. We're gonna keep going into round 3. Brohoja is actually roaming. Yeah, this is the Roman Rook. That ACOG is ever useful on doing
By
peaks.
attackers.
Yeah, peeking from the large tower is actually somewhat effective on the site, as you can get a good vantage point of the roof we're looking at right now on Redding's point of view. From that tower, possibly getting a easy pick or two if RIT's not watching that tower.
Redding already going to be getting some damage off onto Shy Jackal early in the round. With Clash's CCE shield being able to do 5 damage per tick, that will actually be a noticeable chunk off of Shy Jackal's health.
That's at least 1 bullet's worth in a fight. That's gonna
For
make
sure.
him go down in at least 2 shots.
Not to
Oh.
mention the amount of angles they need to contest. Oh, nice headshot there onto Bohoja.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice pick. Taking it out Rook, and that tower relieves them the pressure of not even really worry about anyone over there. As soon as they know that no one is over in that tower, they have free control over these roofs.
Oh wow, I
They'll
swear.
pick up Quetzal in kitchen, doing a good job of roam clearing. That is actually their glass inside instead of peeking from outside. That's an interesting play there.
I swapped to Road just as that happened. That was kind of a little nutty. But at the same time, blue card is gonna get a headshot on Bohoja, and going to try to rotate to look into B site.
That's the Mira off the board as well. That Vector, very good at holding any sort of close angles due to its absurdly high fire rate and actually pretty decent damage per shot. Very good gun for holding sight. Ooh, Shy Jackal doing a good job of pushing up and getting a few shots onto Redding. That will make him have to fall back and swap off, instead of getting picked up by blue card.
Oh boy! Oh, and
Jamie really
Turtle.
feeling the pressure here. Will get taken out. Actually, he will get a kill on, I believe it was blue card.
Yes,
Getting
it
it-
was.
Just a 1 operator difference.
Oh, he actually got some damage onto Turtle, and it's going to... Oh, Road from behind takes down Rocket, and they're going to go for... Road is going to run out, go through the double window,
Seconds remaining.
and get taken down by Shy Jackal. What? Oh, Shy Jackal is then going to pick up Turtle as well, finishing off the round and not letting him... Wait. Oh, no, we don't get to see it.
I believe that he did go down right at the end there, which would move the spectator cam onto Mentality, the last standing member of RIT.
I need to have better reaction time to those. I had no clue that Turtle was just gonna push out that at that very second, but it makes sense.
Yeah, the aggressive play wasn't. The run out wasn't absolutely necessary, but it did give them a bit of an advantage, evening out that 3-2 into a 2-2.
Oh, right. Check out those stats on KDA. Shy Jackal absolutely popping off for RIT. 1 round ahead as of right now.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
We're
I mean, these rounds
Shy
have been
Jack-
pretty close for most of them.
Yeah, I mean, these rounds have been coming down to really just the last 30 seconds, maybe last 2 or 3 people on each team. They've been pretty close so far, so it could really swing either way for the rest of this defense side.
Looks like they've elected not to bring the Mira. And I do think that's going to be quite the switch up. But I don't think it's going to be enough. They still brought Doc, they still brought Rook, they brought everybody but Mira.
The switch onto Doc isn't necessarily a poor choice either. These Maestro cams are not bad either, but not necessarily the best spots for them to be. I mean, having the one Maestro inside of the closet to prevent anyone from hot breaching into bunk is a solid choice. I didn't get to see where the other one went, but bringing Doc, I feel like relies a bit too much on the spawn peak tactic they've been running with.
And oh, sorry, go on. You first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, when I played Doc on Oregon, the first thing I'm doing is I'm running to that tower. I want to try to get some spawn peak, and I believe it was PW not. He was trying to get a spawn peak onto the street. Did not find it. Looks like GMU's going again for that. All those peaks, they're peeking out windows. I think at least 3 of them, maybe 4 of them, are actually just peeking outside.
Reading
I can't really say I endorse the Maestro.
Oh my god. Road finally, the only one without an ACOG peeking out, actually picks up Rocket as he's running away from Reading towards Bus. Very good. Good job there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is working very effectively. I don't even think RIT's really entered the building, and they're a minute and 15 seconds into the round.
Like this very well, I was gonna say unwarranted aggression. This very warranted aggression is helping to psych RIT out a little bit, but as soon as they actually figure out how to deal with this, oh my god, Reading takes a headshot onto Blue Card, and now it's just down to Shy Jackal, Quetzal, and Mentality in order to try to finish off this round. This round is looking good for GMU, but Reading is going to take a lot more damage right there, and Bohoja is going to go ahead and try to fill him up again, and Reading is possibly going to go for another peek. No, it's 1 minute down. All they need to do is sit on site and wait.
Yeah, this is not the time for GMU to suddenly become aggressive and overpush. They have the numbers. They have Capitao down. They don't have to worry about a smoke in a plant. They're in a good shape right here. Shy Jackal is looking towards a small tower. Not going to fall for what Road tried to pull on them last time with that flank. Quetzal still lucking into bathroom. Not really making any movement. There's 35 seconds in the round. They're not making really any progress at all.
Oh, the
Will
headshot!
get the kill, though. Shy Jackal still peeking. They're not finding. They have 20 seconds. They're not making much progress.
They've gotten a kill, but they need to get so much more, and Reading is going to pick up Mentality as well, and now they're going to have to just run into sight. What's Quetzal going to do here? Is he going to just push down? Oh, he doesn't see the Reading, but Shy Jackal downs him, and it's 3v1 at 2 seconds left. Can Quetzal do it? He shoots around the corner, but cannot get in and plant, and GMU will win by timeout.
Pretty well played there by GMU. They had a very solid person advantage for most of that round, keeping at least 3 members alive until the end as well. Reading played that window inside a master bedroom for a very long time, and they actually played in their favor, being able to get the diffuser not once but twice from that window.
Yeah, I mean, they managed to keep RIT outside for pretty much a little bit over a minute that round, and that's a lot of time. They pretty much shortened their attacking time to 2 minutes long. That they have to do the usual roam clear, get map control, make an actual push. We saw last second. There's like 30 seconds left, and they're still peeking first floor bathroom, and they're not making much progress. They ran in last second, didn't even really have time to plant the diffuser, much less even get to the site.
Bombs from being defused by attackers.
Guys, we're in basement.
Moving to basement, especially this being the last round for defense for GMU, they want to make sure that they can take this round in their favor as well, and they did a good job of holding this last time. The end was almost in RIT's favor, but they did a solid job of keeping their hold on site.
Yeah, I mean, GMU really wants to win this round here because, after this, we do switch attack and defense, and you can almost certainly guarantee RIT's going to win at least one defense on basement because that is such a good site for defending. So they really want to have that one round advantage on RIT to give them a little bit of a cushion for that really good site right off the bat.
Looks like opponent will be going for that low vault window again. That's pretty much the same as what they did last time, but it looks like that mirror is at crouch height now, which will allow them to peek the hatch a bit more aggressively if they want to play Cade or Maestro on that because of the ACOG. However, worth noting that RIT does have Rocket on Capitao this time around, which will mean that they can shut down that mirror window with a extreme prejudice with those asphyxiation bolts.
Road is going to be looking out here towards the little construction site, little bunker entrance. Meanwhile, Quetzal is going to go ahead and put down Claymore so that he can drone quietly.
RIT wants to have at least, it seems like 2 or 3 people on drones for the most part. I've seen a lot of drone activity coming out from them. They seem to take the first minute, maybe minute and a half of the round just to try to deal with any roamers that might be present, just so that they can ensure that they have as much time as possible for their site execute.
It's a good strategy. It ensures time to execute a plan.
Right, and it's good to have that sort of strategy as long as you know that you can clear out those roamers in time. It's worth noting that because those roamers have all fallen back to the basement at this point, RIT still isn't in a situation where they're set up for site take, with only a minute and just over 15 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, they don't even have hatch open. As I say that, they're opening hatch. I don't think the turtle. No, he does not go for the kite trick.
No, he did. He did try, but it.
He did try it. Okay.
Yeah, the EMP took it out.
Okay, I missed that.
The EMP took out the first one, and then the second one, because he had to wait for a second EMP, was just far too late. RIT having just under a minute left to try to make their push onto site. They do have both mirrors for GMU to deal with, as well as all 5 members. This will be a tough spot for them to try to push into.
Shy Jackal is pushing up. We'll take out the barbed wire at the bottom of the stairs. They're not really finding kills right now. 34, 33 seconds left. They're still got, looks like Rocket will try to shut down that mirror window. Maybe try to smoke it off. Quetzal pushing it from behind. They have 20 seconds. No one's died yet, as I say that. Yep.
Looks like a missed firebolt there from Capitao, giving away his position, allowing it for GMU to take him out. GMU also doing a nice job picking up one more. Traded for 2, however, from RIT. 1 back as well from Road.
This is not going to work out well for RIT. Shy Jackal trying to go for the plan here. Blue card trying to cover it. Does not manage to do it as the turtle comes around the corner and it takes out Shy Jackal.
Once again, a really definitive win.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about how RIT, even though they pushed all the defenders down to that basement floor, they were still really taking their time getting it set up, and they're definitely rushed there. 30 seconds left when it's a 5v5, not a lot of action there going on, and then then it comes down to pretty much who can get the most frags in a short amount of time. Not to mention, you do have to remember, when you have to plant, you're pretty much putting yourself at a 4v5 because you have one person who can't hold angles and really can't do anything but hold F and plant in the diffuser.
Yeah, once that timer hits 0, you can't let go of that at all, otherwise the round ends. And it seems like Turtle did a very good job of realizing that they only had one person there watching it, so if they sent the 3 defenders left on GMU, they wouldn't really have any choice because you physically can't take them all out fast enough.
Yeah, and with that round, we will have both teams switch up. RIT opting to go second floor dorms first. Maybe looking for a pretty similar strat to what GMU was trying. They will pick up Castle, which we did not see GMU bring at all. How do you guys think they're going to utilize Castle here?
Here it is. There's the answer. They're going to go ahead and seal off kids' dorms so that perhaps Blue Card has a better control over the room, so that they have to spend resources if they want to shoot in through kids' dorms at all.
And this is a strat you'll see a lot in upper plat to pro league plays, is that taking out those sightlines from the exterior, you essentially cordon off. Even if you lose big tower, you don't have to worry about watching angles from there, because that means that they have to devote a lot of resources to that. I mean, I'm not sure if RIT even brought any breach charges this round, which means that if they want to deal with that, they will need to melee it out. Oh no, Thatcher does have breach charges, but that will require all 3 to take those out.
Oh, looks like Quetzal is up top. It's Freak with no popsicle stick. Oh, down he goes to PW Nut. That was lucky to catch him at that when he was distracted.
Yeah, it's also a really big kill. Those Evil Eyes, they can't be used to deny the plant anymore. Now they're just stuck in one position, and they're only used as cameras for intel.
Yeah, RIT, questionable choice to put that Maestro in such an unfavorable spot. I mean, having an anchor off and Ponat just going down, or Ponat taking out Rocket, that will be 2 off the board already for RIT. Not looking good for them so far this round. 2 minutes still left on the clock, and Redding full health as Monty might be making their way in to try to go for that plant. Smoke grenades already coming out. Worth noting that those can only hold off for 30 seconds.
Redding's gonna take quite a bit of damage there, trying to go for the plant here. And the shotgun gets him. Down goes Redding. Shy Jackal. Yeah.
Mira, though they're positioned, does take a bit of resources off of the defending side, having to use an impact to open it up. But it is worth the risk in this scenario, because being able to deny that Monty super early on means that they can keep those that remaining smoke charge.
Turtle just happens to be in dining as Mentality tries to rotate down to go for the flank, and now PW is just effectively fighting Blue Card from the window. Kind of try to push for it. Blue Card needs to keep watch of the windows and keep watch of the hallway at the same time, while Shy Jackal is just trying his best here to just smoke out the competition. And from below, Turtle onto Shy Jackal. It's down to just Blue Card now. Not gonna get the kill there, and instead PW Nut is gonna get the headshot on him.
Yeah, GMU really making the best of that situation. They got Maestro early round. They were put in a little bit of a peculiar spot with that diffuser being down on site, with none of them really being on it, but they really utilized those exterior windows, really putting the pressure, pushing it from multiple sides. I really liked how Turtle went below on first floor and, you know, took out RIT smoke from below. Really, that was a good use of verticality on this map.
Yeah, both of those kills from below were huge picks for GMU as well, being able to take out the Smoke, who has the shotgun to block off White, and the SMG-11 to block off the main hallway. Plus, being able to take out one more off the board means that they have a lot less to worry about that round. Six pick onto Cade by Rocket as well. We've seen Rocket play Cade a couple times. Very solid pick. The shotgun DMR available on Cade is an extremely powerful weapon. That, combined with its ACOG capability and his Artilliclaws, makes him a very useful operator for them to bring in as well.
RT's in a tough position here. They need to win 4 rounds in a row to take on this map, and it's not looking good right now. If they can actually hold this bottom site, it would be great for their momentum.
Absolutely. Looks like they will be choosing to put those Maestro cams in a bit more aggressive positions. Choosing to put them in major plant denial spots behind bin, also able to watch on top of the laundry machine. The other one probably going to go down in electrical to try to prevent anyone from planting in there as well.
Where's the other one?
5 seconds to go.
I don't think it's been placed yet. I believe it's just getting put down.
Attackers have recovered.
Or no, it has been placed down. Okay.
Quetzal just chose to hide it.
Yep.
And now we don't know where. Oh, there it is.
Okay, so the double plant denial on washing machine.
Yep. They're really going hard on the shield meta here. It's not something you've seen since maybe what, first season of Pro League.
Monty pushes are pretty popular when you're talking about APAC region. And most of the Latin American teams tend to play a lot of shield ops just because of their rush playstyle. But it's not very commonly seen in NA professional, and it's definitely not common Oregon.
Oh, is this gonna work?
Turtle choosing the interesting choice of going for the thermite, and actually does manage to take out both the wall and the cage charge on that hatch and the hatch. That's a very solid utility.
It's a pretty good trick.
Yeah.
It's just gonna make people have to reconsider that entire wall from now on how much you're spending on just impacting it and keeping it, trying to keep the hatch closed.
And that's just a bit of oversight by RIT, choosing not to impact a bit more of that wall. If they had just taken the time to get rid of that little extra bit that Thermite was able to put his extra Thermite on, that wouldn't have been an issue like it is now.
Unfortunate, but now RIT is going to have to contend with having to... Oh, also getting a little bit aggressive with the drone there, trying to get maybe a little bit of damage before anything else happens. Oh, and the EMP goes down, and they definitely cannot... Oh!
Smoke charge is going out, doing a lot of damage to Turtle. Will have to fall back off that plane, but not too far because of the smoke charge hitting the corner. 3 seconds left on that diffuse, and no more smoke charges coming out. One going down, Ponut taking out Rocket. That will be, however, the Maestro Cannon does manage to get the pick going down to Monty.
Oh.
Monty will go down to the smoke as well. That's another smoke kill as well from Shy Jackal.
Jackal getting the SMG-11 headshot on PW Nut. It's down to just Bohoja and... Oh, and the Mentality tries to go for the flank, but gets taken down by Bohoja. The Blackbeard shield actually helping out there, but Quetzal gonna come around and get 2 headshots on Bohoja and Road Boy. And Shy Jackal with the final...
A little bit of BM there.
Going to Evil Eye himself there for victory shower there. And like I said, I hope that this actually helps out RIT to gain a little bit of momentum here, because that was a very well executed retake of site by RIT, managing to turn the smokes into an aggressive weapon. This not only destroying Turtle's HP when he was planting, but also taking down Redding with those smokes as he was too slow to exit the basement.
Turtle chose to stay there just a bit too long.
Dopenchar?
Yeah, I was gonna say those smokes were definitely very useful, as it forced GMU to really take an extra second or two to plant, which allowed their roamers and anchors who were flanking to really get like a tiny bit of a head start for that retake.
Mm-hmm. It was enough damage. Just the smokes plus the evil eyes. That was just chaos for GMU trying to exit the site once they had planted, and it just showed that they had no clue what was going on for those few seconds. And then once the smoke had cleared, they had 2 attackers upstairs trying to hold the diffuser, and Quetzal managed to take both of them out, which was very impressive, and I wish I'd caught both headshots from him, which were solid. Though he probably didn't need it on the Blackbeard. If I recall, the Blackbeard was below 25.
Yeah, he was one shot.
Quetzal trying to get that bulletproof inside of the cabinet up on the end of the hallway for second floor to watch the armory sort of side. However, not being able to actually get that to work. That was a Maestro trick a couple seasons ago, but it hasn't worked all that well since, due to how the destruction changes for that closet have been affected over the last few patches.
Looks like they're going with the same castle strategy as last time, but instead of having Quetzal on Maestro on the Evil Eyes, he's going to be instead playing a Doc Let's hope that he actually manages to not get crossed off early, because that was very unfortunate last time. And it was a good bit of droning from GMU that first got them the information that he was up there, but then the whole fact that he was managed to get caught out, you know, with his pants down, was, I think, a little bit of luck at the very least, because he was watching another way and immediately somebody on the window just shot him.
It's a good choice by RIT as well to have people on those cams early on. Quetzal doing a good job already noticing that there are 3 attackers pushing in that way. Will get droned out, but it seems to have a good advantage there. Rocket getting 1 on Pona in the meantime.
Oh, through the hatch. This is a death room.
The amount of angles RIT has to watch in there is rather large, but they're doing a good job of managing it, and actually pulling out a kill from that is quite unexpected.
Looks like they've finally zeroed in on Quetzal being in the tower, and Rocket is going to come around the corner, and this should just be the Rocket channel. This should just be the Rocket channel. He's just doing work this round. Quetzal is going... Yeah, very quiet here. The quiet voice guy. Alert GMU. Quetzal being there.
Quetzal is not going to be able to move out of this position. If he tries to go down attic, there will be someone on the roof trying to get an angle on him. Bohoja watching diligently, not wanting to lose his opportunity to take out Quetzal if the opportunity arises.
Looks like, Quetzal is going to get a little bit aggressive here, do some damage onto Bohoja, and we don't need to be quiet anymore because the gunfire has started, and looks like they're zeroing in on him. And they're going to get his feet. Quetzal is quite literally trapped between a rock and a hard place right here, and he's just going to watch for the distraction as Bohoja tries to put fire downrange and might catch him out here. Darn that... Oh, but Road is already inside and is going to watch upstairs for Quetzal and take him down with a headshot. 2v3, 30 seconds ago. A good job, Quetzal, wasting their time there.
Absolutely. That was over 2 minutes dedicated to just taking out the one person they had in Big Tower. And that will put a lot of pressure on them. Enough time for Smoke to completely deny that entryway for the next 30 seconds, which will prevent any sort of entry.
Road is going to take out Rocket, but it's 10 seconds to go, and the smoke is still active. Both of them, if they... Oh! Oh, no, it's not the smoke! Blue card takes them both out!
Blue card choosing to steal the kills from his teammate on Smoke there, choosing to go for the Vector instead, wanting to make sure that those attackers are as dead as possible.
Yeah, Quetzal, I'd like to point out that he really did all he needed to do. I don't know if it really doesn't matter how many kills he got there, because he did what you're supposed to do as a roamer. He wasted 2 minutes of their time, and I applaud his patience, because he didn't get overly aggressive. He was thinking, you know, they're the ones who are timed. I'm not timed. They have to come to me, and it was smart, because if GMU goes for him, they waste a lot of time. But if they don't, he has an easy flank and can get a pick or two off of GMU, ending off the round.
I think that the fact he chose Doc was to extend as much time as possible so that he could stay on being a nuisance to GMU, to the point where he could just heal himself back up and just effectively be a lightning rod to their efforts on attack. It's a big brain play. It's a big brain play. He didn't take Doc for the ACOG, he actually took him for the stims.
Yeah, I mean, generally you'll see Doc taken as a primarily fragging role, especially when you watch teams like 92 Dream Team in Challenger League, where they have a meme going where it's Doc duty, where you are the fragger now. You play Doc, you stim yourself up, you take aggro fights, but no, Quetzal seems to opt for a much more passive role.
10 seconds to insertion.
Yeah, I mean, that stim pistol really allows you to extend the amount of sustainability you have. You know, like we saw there, if he got down in like a small skirmish, he could just heal himself the missing health, and he could pretty much just be back at square one against RIT. Sorry, against GMU.
GMU, if they do want to take this map as quickly as possible, will have to win 2 more rounds in a row, which will be rather difficult for them, as RIT has been very strong on defense thus far. winning both times that they've played.
RIT do have the advantage of actually having won on one of their attack rounds, meaning that they're just...
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
It's an advantage. I don't know what else to say.
Right. It's less to worry about in overtime, for sure.
Oh, they hear the Monty over there, and Quetzal is trying to do a little bit here. Oh, Redding trying to get the kill on Quetzal. Not gonna be able to do it.
Able to line it up. Doesn't seem to know about the bandit trying to trick the wall. However, Turtle not going to be able to position those exothermics in a place where he can prevent it. However, the Capitao Firebolt getting rather close will prevent the bandit from being able to stop the other side of the wall. Thermite exothermic charge on the wall will open that up as well.
Quetzal actually manages to run away from that very bad position, and the mirror window is going to get smoked here, and a lot of smoke is going to get put down, including Smoke's own gas grenades, and Road is going to start the plant. The C4 is going to down Road, however, and Rocket is going to finish him off with the Evil Eye. Redding getting very aggressive with Monty down in the hallway, trying to find some defender out of place, and going to get locked down by Quetzal in the hallway.
That would be a tough spot for Redding to be in as well. If he tries to fall back to sight, he's going to have to deal with that mirror window. If he tries to push forward in the hallway, he's going to have Quetzal to deal with as well.
Looks like
They
they're...
do have an advantage to try to take this site, however, as they do have the Capitao and Thermite there to push as well.
Turtle is going to try to put down the diffuser. It is going to not get hit by the C4 at all. Try to leave the room. Quetzal is going to come around, take him down. Rocket is going to finish him off with the Evil Eye, and then Shy Jackal just pushing up on the Monty, going to take him down as well. And Bohoja is going to take Mentality. PW Nut going to take Shy Jackal. Rocket's going to take out Bohoja. It's a 1v1 now. Holy... I
Down
don't...
to just Rocket versus Ponut for the last two members alive in this round. ACOG versus ACOG. Ponut making the interesting choice to try to go for a drone at the end. Does have his teammates on that drone as well. However, RIT also has drones on the Evil Eyes.
It's too late. Wait.
It is too late. Nope, Ponut getting aggressive for the push, but doesn't need to do that to prevent the defuse. Ponut able to take that round for GMU.
The C4 not going off one GM... Sorry, the C4 not taking down Turtle won them that round.
Worth noting as well there that the Evil Eye of Rocket did get 3 kills that round. Granted, 2 of the enemies were downed for him, but it's not every day that you see the space helmet on the wall actually able to take out 3 operators.
It is now match point. Open chart, are you there?
I'm here, yeah. I'm
Okay.
letting y'all talk.
No, it's just that like you cut out for a second on my end a little bit. Like heard some sort of staticky.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
unfortunately.
muted my mic for a second. That's my bad.
That's fine. That was that was a collapse. I'm not gonna say it was the collapse, but I think it was a collapse that happened, and it just ended in a GMU's favor. As despite
Attackers
I
need to locate and
don't understand whether or not that push was coordinated or not.
I feel like it was just kind of the stars aligning for GMU, in all honesty. They lost a lot early on, losing one person to a Nitro Cell, one person to an Evil Eye. And then, out of just, whether it was sheer luck or just out of nowhere, they were able to pick up the frags they needed. They were able to get the plant down, dodge a Nitro Cell by the skin of their teeth. Everything just worked out.
Yeah, I mean, with that site, it's the reason it's not, one of the main 2 sites people pick a lot is because you have that door in that dining area that you could just walk in, smoke and plant, especially with a Monty. You can just cover that. You have that wall into the small tower. You could just.
Is this a
open up
rush?
with their,
Oh, Quetzal picking up 2 kills on the rushing Russian and Ash.
It's a very solid early pick for Quetzal as well there. That's going to be all of the rush potential from GMU off the board. If this goes the way I'm thinking it's going, we're going to be seeing overtime on Oregon. Very nice job by Rocket as well to pick up his Artilliclaw just as the EMP was about to go off.
It's a 3v5 at 2 minutes left, and there's still a lot of time for GMU to just find their mojo. They just lost 2 people because they got overly aggressive and tried to take site. Oh, PW is going to get hit by a goo mine there. Is Mentality gonna know about it though? Like it.
Yeah, I mean, RIT has to recognize here that GMU still has a chance in this. So it's definitely on RIT's favor to not get aggressive and just to play time and hope that they can force GMU into a 3v5 30-second shootout.
They're gonna drone tower. They haven't seen Mentality. Mentality is not gonna get lucky today. And instead, they're going to back off of tower because they're not quite sure whether or not somebody is in there. And Road Boy is just going to look away at the last second as Quetzal moves around the corner. And they're going to retest themselves to try and take site right now.
They do have a minute to get this done. However, quite the stack that RIT has set up in that closet between sites.
I think Oh, sorry, go on.
4 operators there.
I think Mentality needs to rotate back.
Yeah, I mean, they have the thermite of Turtle on camps, and they will be using those smoke toxic babes to try to deny that plant for as long as possible.
Oh,
they will, however, have 4 seconds at the end of the round to plant.
They're out of EMPs, and there's 2 Evil Eyes watching them. It's not looking good. The last gas babe is gonna go down. Yeah, he has no more.
Definitely not the spot you want to be in as GMU. You've got a very tough situation ahead of you. They know Thermite's going for the plant, gonna get picked off by Cade. Mentality picking up 1 from behind. Shy Jackal picking up a 3rd. A very nice even split of kills at the end of the round there for RIT, pushing Oregon into overtime.
Yeah, those 2 picks at the very beginning, that counter rush, that pretty much secured the round for RIT because they played the rest of the round. They could play it safe and lay back a bit and pretty much force GMU to make moves because RIT just has to sit there and play the time. They're up 2 operators. That was definitely a large misplay by GMU, not droning in that construction entrance and just running in blindly pretty much.
That pretty much just not having somebody drone them in was a terrible, terrible choice. If they had somebody actually droning them into that tunnel, they would have been ready to at least shoot around the corner and take out Quetzal. But instead, not only did you have Quetzal take out, I believe Bohoja on the Ash, but also, was it Turtle?
Yes, Bohoja and Redding.
Redding on the Finca shotgun. I don't think he should have taken the shotgun there. That's more of a meme.
I mean, it's very effective when you're trying to go for close range rushes like that, just due to the amount of DPS it can throw out of its barrel. But when you're fighting against someone like a Maestro who has such a powerful LMG, it's not a favorable fight.
Yeah, I mean, if GMU had thrown that out and secured that kill on Quetzal, that might have actually switched which way the round had gone, because now you have 2 attackers already adjacent to site, like 15 seconds into the round. That puts a lot of pressure on RIT to not only guard their back, but have to worry about, the hatch and lobby and all that. And after that round, we will go. It is currently tied. We do have GMU back on basement defending. Quetzal taking some pot shots at 2nd floor and the tower, not really finding anyone. Blue card starting to open up that door into lobby. Redding just walking around, not seeing anyone basement.
Basement,
Sorry.
yeah.
I went through all the floors there until I got it right.
That's alright, that's alright. And Quetzal gonna get warned early that PW Nut was on those stairs. Gonna watch the angle to see if anybody's trying to peek it. Quite interested in what angle Redding is holding here. He's not really holding an angle as much as he's watching the cam to know when to put his head up.
Yeah, RIT is doing a nice job of droning in to try to prevent any unforeseen casualties, which is exactly what GMU didn't do last round. But they do have to be careful because all of the time they're spending droning is cutting away from the clock. However, it doesn't seem to be a problem.
I think they're trying to cover Bohuja here with, sorry, Turtle with Bohuja. Turtle ready to get the. Turtle ready to get the. Wait, they didn't. Okay, so that Artilla is not going to be used for anything. Because he's just going to be able to open this up. Turtle is not even going to get to trick it. I don't understand what the point of that was then. If they weren't going to open up the wall. Bohuja's going to take some damage from the hatch and back off. 1 minute, it's 5v5. No kills have gone out, but some damage has come down onto Bohuja.
Now, 5v5 with only 60 seconds left in the round is very favorable for GMU as far as this site is concerned. Having 3 Toxic Babes on the hands of Redding, not to mention the Cade DMR actually no longer available due to the smoke from, or the asphyxiation bolt from Rocket, will still be somewhat in RIT's favor. Disconnect, however, from GMU, going to be putting them even further in the hole this round.
It's like Rocket's trying to cut off that mirror window, will successfully smoke it out. Vitality has the freedom to push in and plant. Hit up PW Nut. Getting a skirmish, Redding will take down Mentality. Put it at 3v4. 15 seconds left in the match. Spokes will go down. Misses Capital just by a bit. Looks like he is going for the plant. Not much Redding can do. Cannot get the angle.
C4 missed, and Blue Card is going to get the frag onto Bohuja. It's going to be down to PW Nut, and oh, PW Nut is going to take down Shy Jackal. Rocket is going to be stuck on here on the laundromat and is going to possibly get peeked out by here, but no, the drone is going to warn him of it, and they're going to back off. PW Nut and Redding needing to push up on him. Rocket goes down. Redding backs off. It is down to just Blue Card and Quetzal. Quetzal watching the stairs, Blue Card watching. Oh, but Redding is going to take out Quetzal.
Very nice job almost taking out all of the remaining defenders. However, no, going for the defuse does have to hold it for 6 seconds. Not going to be able to do it against the LED5. Blue Card, all of his shots, not able to get there in time. No, the defuse actually not going to get cancelled. RIT managing to clearing it in overtime. So close to being an absolute fumble by Blue Card, but just barely managing to take it back with under 100 milliseconds left in that round.
Like Roboy did get, and before we go off into the rehost, I'm going to open the scoreboard for people to actually see, and then we're going to go into intermission for a little bit so that I can set this up very quickly. So it's 5-6. RIT just won on basement. Thoughts, ideas, compliments, memes?
That was a little too close, even for me. Blue Card managed to pull that one out. That was pretty much down the wire. I think that was one of those times where there's just like half a second and that diffuser would have gone off.
It's unfortunate that the smoke had to use his one of his Toxic Babes so early into that round. If he had had all 3, they probably could have defended that a lot more easily. They did get that plant down with only, I believe, 7 seconds left in the round.
Yeah, that was very close.
It is 5-6 right now for RIT. And it's looking like an even closer game than last time, surprisingly enough, because even though the narrative from RIT has been we're getting better every week, but something's going on here, but it might just be that Oregon is a very frag-heavy map, and the fact is that GMU just likes their frags a lot. A lot.
I mean, GMU's definitely stepped up to the plate. There's a time where they're ahead 4-2, if I recall correctly. So they had a solid lead at some point. RT really coming back on the defense. We did say they like Oregon. they're you can tell they practice this. They have had some close mishaps, such as that last round was probably one of the closest rounds we're gonna see tonight.
Sure.
We had Jackal and Ying. And then I believe we had Echo and Cav.
Yes. Correct. Right next to Echo. There you go.
Okay. Adding around history doesn't matter.
The first 10 don't matter.
Yeah. Gotta do.
All right. Every other are just on opposite sides. Yeah, and watching it back, I believe they had about 115 milliseconds on the clock that round. So that was an extremely close round there.
And if I recall, RIT won round 11 in laundry room, supply room, and I think that should be it.
Yes, RIT won basement, and GMU won the round beforehand.
Okay, going to double check.
No, just RIT winning the round in basement for overtime.
Double checking one last time the settings so that I don't fuck it up. And let's go. Get the audio. No, I can't. Okay, we're gonna wait.
There was an attempt.
There was an attempt to try and get this. Now we're gonna be audioless for like another 10 seconds, and it bothers me so much. Okay. There. Now we can. Yes, please. We like listening. Do you like listening, Enraged?
I do.
Dope
I
and
like
Chiller?
having the option, yes.
I love how you guys switch names.
Oh, yeah, it's the best. Every Tuesday, trade back and forth.
Okay. I'm still gonna
well-
call you guys your regular names.
RIT gonna be switching off of the castle onto the
Onto the Kaid.
from the castle onto the Kaid. Yes. That could be a decent bait out from RIT. However, the 6th pick choosing onto Glaz instead will actually go in their favor. However, RIT managing to... Oh, yes. RIT switching sides onto basement, able to take that site. Looks like Blue Card will be setting up the Mira. Possibly different from how we've seen GMU do it in the past. Maybe even a different setup from how we saw them set it up previously this round. Or this side.
It looks like RIT is going to be playing the stats for the strats in order to keep this advantage on lockdown, but it's going to be up to GMU to maybe not go for the same aggressive push they did last time and lose 2 people on the same site. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, assuming that they play this correctly, or not necessarily correctly, as there's multiple ways, but assuming that they play this safely, they should have a pretty easy time at least keeping the mirror window up, which will give them a lot of advantages, just due to having the Maestro and the smoke for denial, as well as not having to deal with the Capitao.
Yeah, it looked like as we peeked into main lobby there, RT actually did impact that wall adjacent to hatch, so we might actually be able to get some utility use on that hatch there.
Looks like it's a very extended opening to the hatch too, which means that GMU's trick is just not going to work here.
Not much happening a minute into the round. Still
Worth noting
holding
that they
sight.
Thatcher was brought, and yes, the Cade Artilla will be going down. He does have one more left to lose. He's going to lose that one, and the hatch will go open. Extremely nice timing there from Turtle.
Yeah, I think he used that other wall. Yep.
You really just need a shotgun to go nuts on that.
Yeah. Smoke is going down. Turtle really can't go for the plant. He does have an evil eye on him and smoke. It's like they did lose an evil lie. Shy Jackal ready to toss another Toxic Babe. Hitting the plant. Redding is peeking through his smoke. Rhodes setting off the Dokabi charge. There's a lot going on at once here.
It looks like the smoke is going. Shy Jackal is gonna expend another smoke and to try to stop the plant here, and Quetzal is gonna go for the flank as Maestro. Gonna be a little bit slow on it, but it looks like somebody's watching Meeting Hall. No, Road Boy is gonna try to push down that way, trying to go for it. Turtle is gonna try, but is going to fail very quickly, and Rocket is going to miss some shots across the bow, and going to try and go for it again, and the diffuser is gonna start getting planted. There is no more C4. Turtle is going to get it down. Road Boy is going to take out Quetzal, who goes for the flank. And it's not looking good for RIT right now. But Mentality takes Redding. Shy Jackal takes Road. Mentality takes Bohuja. It's down to just PW Nut and Ponut and Turtle. Oh, Mentality takes another one. And Turtle goes down. This is it. RIT wins the map.
What a fantastic play from RIT in the final round as well. Mentality absolutely just demolishing the defense that GMU had set up. I believe that was 2 for him as well. I believe 2 for the smoke that round as well on Shy Jackal.
Yeah, RIT got a lot of kills in a short amount of time there. Honestly, I'm impressed at how well they took that. They really retook site very well. Mentality flexing with that nice skin on that gun. We'll send it to map 2 with RIT winning 7-5 on Oregon. I believe we are going to Border next, correct?
We should be.
Right.
We also are gonna say goodbye here to Enrage. He's gotta go. Emergencies happen when you're a college kid. Gonna ask the teams if they want to go for the 5-minute break, and they are gonna go ahead and take that. Gonna go ahead and also refresh our score here so that our RIT fans can see that they do have a extra point. They have about 5 minutes now, starting now. Okay, so we're going in to the next map. Soon. Thoughts, ideas, criticisms.
I feel like this definitely reminded me of the last time I saw these two teams play. Very close round score towards the end, and most of the rounds really came down to the last second. Both teams getting a lot of frags in that last second skirmish around the diffuser. Really, only do we have 2 or 3 rounds where, such as the one where Quetzal got 2 kills on GMU's rush, where one team really lost whatever ground they had within the first minute of the match. Most of the time, it was going to the last 30, 15 seconds. A lot of kills, a lot of aiming, really just a lot of confusion more than anything.
It seems to me that they really ought to owe this victory to Quetzal, because overall there's just 2 rounds that stand out where he got 2 kills, and that was enough for them to at least shake GMU to win. There was the time when GMU planted in basement and Quetzal managed to take out the last 2 attackers. There was the, shutting down the rush. And then, a 3rd round where he didn't really get that many kills, but at the same time, he managed to, at the very least, a Clubhouse. We're going to Clubhouse. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yes, the 2-minute stall from Quetzal, the very patient Doc Quetzal, just not letting up at all.
Yeah, I mean, he just sat in that tower, and he really didn't do too much except just sit there, use his stim pistol, and by pretty much just sitting there and occasionally peeking out a window, putting some pressure, the round just wasted away for GMU, especially because they had 2 attackers worried about taking Quetzal out, and then all of a sudden, those 2 are the only one left on the team, and they're still trying to take out Quetzal. There's not much you can do at that point. With a minute left and you still have a roamer who's putting so much pressure on you, the round's pretty much over at that point.
It really is, because two attackers, almost no resources left to actually manage to push in anywhere, and it just it's hopeless. It's hopeless at that point because you really have expended all your options, and now all you can do is run into sight and get shot down like they did to the Mira when they should have probably died to the smoke.
Yeah, and while GMU did have rounds where they really pushed last second and got gunned down, RIT also had rounds where they couldn't really do much until the last minute, and they ran in, they got gunned down, and it was just really close rounds. So both sides coming into Clubhouse, it'll definitely be to either team's advantage to try to quicken up their play on the roam clearing and their efficiency at killing those roamers, and try to get to site maybe even 15 seconds, 10 seconds sooner would give them a nice little cushion to play around with in terms of getting the diffuser down at a safe moment. Because, we saw multiple times, especially with the amount of smoke and mirror that were played, where diffusers would be dropped in the last 30 seconds of the round due to smoke going down or a C4, and having an extra 10 seconds allows you to bait those out, get rid of that utility, and then plant safely.
As of right now, it's looking like an even harsher repeat of what happened last time. Let's see if going this far into overtime and then doing a 5-7 usually takes out a lot from a team, like mentally, physically a little bit. Like, your stamina tends to go down after such a hard-fought battle to try and just stay in until those last rounds, but then eventually getting just crossed off by what RIT was 4-2, then 4-4, 5-4, and then 5-7. Not too shabby.
Yeah, it's definitely a disheartening comeback. A lot, like RIT coming back from, as you said, being down from 4-2 all the way back to 7-5 in favor of RIT. That is a big switch, and RIT really switched up the momentum when they switched sides on attack and defense, and that won them the map. And I feel like GMU didn't handle, once RIT got those 2 rounds under their belt to tie it up, they pretty much had the momentum to win the game. So actually, going from RIT won, I believe that would be 5 out of the 6 rounds. 5 out of the last 6 rounds RIT won there, if my math is correct. We will get GMU banning Maverick first on Clubhouse. A lot of exterior walls on those second floor sites. That's definitely probably a counter pick to them maybe playing Bandit. We will have Glass banned here by RIT.
That was a fast ban too.
Yeah, that's definitely a smart ban. There's a lot of angles, especially if you're defending cash room, where if you open up that exterior wall, Glass can just sit at Kindles and just shoot in all day. Mirror's definitely an interesting pick here too. Mirror's not as viable on some of these sites as she is on others, but always a good ban. As usual, we will have Echo get taken out again. As always, his utility great against last second plants, and as we saw from last map, both teams really like their last second plants. I think they'd like to keep it that way, and make it a little bit easier for them.
You need every second to try and get as many frags as you can to make that final collapse as easy as possible. And every extra body you have on top of the other team just makes sense. But, both of these teams have played it so cautiously that it just ends up being 5v5 mountains of chaos as the collapse happens from the attacker side.
Yeah, and Echo is one of those operators where even if the attackers are up 1 or 2 people, you can entirely negate their ability to plant, which runs down the clock pretty quickly when you're getting shot 1 or 2 times from that Yaokai. It's hard to juggle time with that. You have to worry about taking out Echo and or his drones before you plant. Looks like first we will have GMU defending Church Arsenal on basement. Pretty common site. It's a good first defensive site. What do you think about their loadout here?
So they've got well, this is This is the same setup they had last
Yep.
time. This is the same setup from the previous map. They've got a Doc, they've got a Rook. There's Legion, there's Maestro, and there's Kaid. They're possibly going to be trying to trick the hatch and kitchen with a Kaid, although I don't think it's blah blah blah.
10 seconds left.
They're gonna try to trick with the Kaid on the hatch here in the kitchen, but
5 seconds
maybe
left.
not. He might be going for a peek here actually. Is RIT gonna be able to recognize this?
Attackers are moving.
Blue card.
Bomb.
Not gonna see it just yet. Oh, sees the leg. Warns the teammate. Going to look for the head and is going to miss. But Road is gonna take out Shy Jackal. Reddy's gonna headshot Blue card. Doing turnabout is fair play. Well, it wasn't really a rush. RIT was being very cautious there, but got caught out by not one, but two overall spawn peekers. Okay, I'm not gonna say spawn peeking, just
Early, jeez. Yeah, there's after that, RT's really just taking their time. They can't afford to lose another member here. They can win a 3v5, but the second you go down to a 2v4 or 2v5, sorry, that becomes a lot harder to win.
definitely. And look at this, they are seeking out where the defenders went for these peaks and are going to go ahead and try to cover it up. But now that very same 5v5 situation is just not going to happen, and it's going to be harder for RIT because it looks like all of the defenders have returned to site, and they're going to go ahead and attempt at doing they're going to attempt at, did they actually get the hatch? The collapse is going to be ever that much harder with two guns over them.
Yeah, I mean, GMU, very smart move, dropping back. They don't have to go out and get kills. They have the numbers to wait. They can hold more angles than RIT can push. So it's to their advantage to just play it safe, let RIT run down the time themselves while applying pressure to RIT, and just end the round pretty quickly towards the end.
Quite sure what Quetzal is doing here. He's going back around, maybe checking for a late roam, but I don't think GMU is going to do that. They're going to go ahead and be very, very patient here and just not push up at all.
Yeah, I don't blame RIT for the roam clear. Again, you know, they can't afford to lose a member. They also can't afford to lose time, so they have to balance. Road will take some shots, though. We'll just heal it back. Only wasting a bit of utility.
Quetzal is looking towards Moto. He's going to get got by the Legion here and is going to go ahead and go for removing that poison. 20 seconds ago, there's still a smoke. No, there isn't a smoke. Whoops, what am I saying? Smokes are going down. Quetzal picks up one on Roadboy, and now Rocket is going to go ahead and get another one. PWNet is going to get one kill, and PWNet's still trying to go for it, but Rocket's going to take him out, and they need to start planting now. What is happening right now? Oh, Reddy's going to get mentality, and they're not going to be able to plant. Not recognizing that the Kaid was in blue, mentality was unable to plant.
Yeah, those two kills early on definitely hurt RIT there a lot. And they did a good job roam clearing. However, there weren't really any roamers to clear. But, you know, again, RIT can't afford the luxury of not clearing that. Because if there were a roamer up there, even if they traded, RIT, it's hard to win when you're down two members on a site where you have like 3 ACOGs, you've goo mines. There's just a lot of utility to play against as RIT.
Encountered, yeah, I definitely agree, and they're gonna need to watch for those early peaks, which they should have been expecting, but unfortunately did not manage to win the gunfights. RIT is good at winning those gunfights, but come on, you need to win them. The early peaks, they're gonna happen, especially from a team like GMU. GMU is overly aggressive when those happen.
Yeah, this time their aggression actually paid off. We have seen in earlier rounds on the previous map where they get overly aggressive on the spawn peaks and it costs them the round, but this time you know, even though one or two of them were spotted spawn peeking, they managed to get a quick pick and then learned from their mistakes from the previous map and actually rotated back down the site, taking their numbers where they stand and not pushing for more.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers
Sorry about
are
that, I forgot about the
defuse the bomb.
But well, anyways, going on round 2, starting off, Quetzal gonna watch for any peeks. They are going to be very careful and just pre-fire any common peeking spots so that they don't get surprised this time. Looks like GMU is going to back off this time and instead going to allow RIT to have some breathing room this time around. They do have a Thatcher this time, so RIT is showing itself to be a bit more adaptable.
Yeah, that Thatcher is going to be a necessity. Taking out those shock wires from Bandit. Jaeger will get tracked by Jackal, revealing one of GMU's roamers already early in the round. Exothermic will go down. Well, he'll actually stop deploying it. He's trying to get it, but Turtle's doing a good job of denying that plant.
They just need somebody below to shoot Turtle, but that's not going to happen because at least he hasn't lost it. Oh, Quetzal coming into sight already, near sight already. He's going to get Road Boy and is going to manage to Jackal the Rook, trying to watch from Garage. And now Turtle is just going to go ahead and continue trying to do his trick. There's still 2 exothermic charges on the board somehow. No more EMPs though.
Yeah, I think RIT's going to have to recognize that that exterior wall for now is a lost cause until they can get someone at that castled off window and take out those shock wires. We will have someone shoot into garage, not find a kill.
75
It's apparently
seconds.
just a dead standoff.
You can shoot through those windows, by the way. Need to know where they are.
Yeah.
Not sure what RIT's plan is now, or... Oh, okay, he's using the visor to at least... Oh my god, Rocket is so close to seeing the head of... What? Can he not? Oh, he does. He does. He gets Redding, and it's more in the favor of RIT now. 3v5. Quetzal slowly pushing up. He's probably going to get caught out here on the stairs. Does not see the head of Honut.
Yeah, he tunnel visioned a bit with that ACOG, really looking towards the top of stairs, knocking over the railing, gonna cost him his life. However, RIT with 30 seconds left still has one up on the numbers. Lots of utility left for that plant. Almost gets a team kill, actually.
20 seconds to go. Turtle's gonna get blue card. Rocket is going to peek over here. Not gonna finish off the Rook just yet. Bohoja still on the board. Shy Jackal looking down towards the stairs. They need to go for a plant now. Oh, down goes Rocket. And gets down to Turtle. 2 kills left. 1 more kill. Oh, and GMU times out!
That was definitely interesting. Yeah, the diffuser went down there. RIT... Yeah, I think it was Turtle who was on Bandit, but he definitely did a really good job shuffling and really juggling his shock wires to deny that exothermic charge. And in my personal opinion, that might have actually won GMU the round, forcing them to take all their push from that exterior wall, go all the way around to the other side of the map, push through master bedroom and the workshop area. And now GMU, knowing that way was safe, could focus all their attention on that stairwell where they caught out Quetzal and in workshop, and it played out pretty well for them in that last second skirmish.
It's very unfortunate for Quetzal that he got caught out like that. If he didn't have that tunnel vision, he maybe could have gotten the peak first, but alas, the ACOG was 80% of his screen and he couldn't see in the corner. He had
that's one of the hard parts of that's one like the drawbacks of ACOGs is they do take up a lot of your screen, and peeking corners quickly can be against your advantage actually. So sometimes you will see a lot of entry fraggers who are playing faster operators like Asher, Zofia, who really their kit revolves around like clearing areas. They will actually might take a hollow sight or whatever their preferred site is instead of the ACOG, so they can get those quick peeks on the corners and not have to worry about the ACOG tunnel vision.
Oh,
5 seconds left.
which is interesting little Evil Eye spot right here, opening up the entire floor so that they can deny a plant in a gym. If any plant does try to go down, it has to be behind these bars, and they can still shoot them through the hallway. Turtle is going to be back on bandit duty. RIT is still going to be wary of those peaks. Boja was around. He's in strip right now. I don't think any of RIT knows this. Boja tries to get a peek there using the impact grenade, and is going to go ahead and use the last armor panel on strip to try and secure his exit.
Yeah, it's a smart rotate for him, rotating off, realizing that there might be more than one attacker out there. Not really willing to risk his life this early in the round. Smart decision. Also, definitely an interesting strat, shooting out that like floorboard area for that Meister cam. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Floorboard area?
Like on the wall, like by the floorboard. I don't know what to call it.
Oh,
I'm not up to date on my wall anatomy, if you will.
An architect?
No.
Turtle actually going to be able to pick this out, or is Blue Card going to be able to bamboozle him? And he still has 2. No, this is not going to work. And Turtle is going to get pushed off, and the batteries will finally go down, with Quetzal helping out.
That's what's still the time though. Quetzal is peeking into that after not managing to connect. And minute 12 left. Not really any kills coming off. Quetzal is close to getting a kill there. Does not pick it up. Peeking in a workshop. No one is there for him to find. Redding trying to get a kill outside on the roof. Knows that Quetzal's there. Can't find him though.
Now the big western wall is open right now. Blue Card Blue Card is going to look down it, try to fire some rounds down it. It's a standstill right now. They've got the angles. RIT needs to somehow manage a push, maybe smoke the hallway and go for Jim. Maybe not. There's still people in the bedroom. Oh, Quetzal comes around and flanks and gets the headshot on Redding and is going to try and come around. Is there anybody else in his way? No. Quetzal is going to go ahead through drug and possibly take construction quickly and give RIT a much better position here. Rocket is going to look down. Blue Card's going to get a frag on Bohoja. Blue Card is going to, however, go down to... Oh. Mentality takes down Rocket with a team kill. Quetzal flanks around, and the diffuser needs to start planting, and Mentality takes down Road. It's down to just Turtle. Turtle needs to stop the plant. Is not going to find the planter, though, and is going to miss his chance to win GMU the round by a timeout. And Mentality is going to go ahead and flame the hallway so that he has to instead do something else. Turtle trying to rotate into the gym. Ooh. Gonna go and try to find somebody from RIT, and what is happening right now?
Not quite sure.
And Shy Jackal finishes him off from the window. No, yeah, the window.
Yeah, he was really stuck in a hard place there. Couldn't rotate outside. Right from anywhere. Pretty much his only choice was that back hallway by the western wall. And, you know, they did a good job. That asphyxiation bolt actually did that cut off his rotation, buying them even more time to just have Turtle just run circles in master bedroom, not really able to do anything.
RIT manages to get themselves a reprieve here and win a round, though you gotta question why didn't they go? No, wait, they won cash, right?
Yeah.
I'm missing rounds in my head for some reason, but no, the GMU won cash, and they were definitely not going to go bar.
GMU did very well last time they picked basement. However, that did come from 2 early picks. So my question is, are they going to go for those early picks again, the multiple spawn peak angles, or are they going to try to We'll go for the more traditional roam.
Oh,
Nice.
that was oddly satisfying. Was a little bit off, just like a millisecond off, but still was. I'm not gonna say any other words other than satisfying. That would be inappropriate.
All right.
Oh no, Turtle's gonna go for the run out, it seems.
5 seconds left.
This
Well,
could
he-
be super effective, actually. He's right next to spawn.
Oh no, I think he's gonna miss.
Attackers
Miss
must locate
the-
and defuse a bomb.
I think he's gonna miss the call that they've seen him with his drone. Oh, and he's just gonna close it down as PW is over there, Redding's over here. They're just trying to be overly aggressive again, and I don't know if it'll be worth it. Oh, Onut is going to back off, but Road and so is Bohuja, but Road is not gonna give up. No one's coming. Road, go home. Road boy, come on.
All right, and Road decides to hit the road from that spawn peak, possibly rotating back to site into bar. Sorry for that one there. I had to. I saw the chance and I took it.
Wetzel is trying to find Rook at the moment, with Shy Jackal supporting, pushing through construction right now. But unfortunately, he's going to go downstairs already, and all of the defenders are going to go for that same anchor hold from before. Wait, actually, Redding is still rotating towards Adam. Kind of fearless right now. Is going to try to maybe stay here, stick around, try to hold this area in lounge, but Quetzal's going to find Road Boy. Over in billiards. Oh no. Quetzal. Oh, and Quetzal gets another headshot. Once again, the 2-kill advantage for RIT coming out from Quetzal. Doing a good job with that roam clear. And now they have the cams. What? But Turtle, why are you still here?
A bomb has been
And
located.
Turtle is going to pick up Quetzal. To paraphrase our other
Bomb
DA
located by
director,
attackers.
why are you there? Hopefully, Quetzal can shrug that off as just a cheeky peek and move away from it. Jackal trying to fight the Rook here on Adam's stairs. Not going to find it just yet. It's going to be one heck of a force trying to push towards Church. No, I think he's gonna. No, he's not gonna run into any guns. Oh wait, no, he might run into Turtle's gun right there if he isn't careful enough. 25 seconds ago.
GMU is actually in a good position, being down one team member. We do have Turtle and Redding holding the site, and Bahoha on the other. Rocket will not find a kill, instead repeatedly hits goo mines. With the kill on Mentality.
Mentality on
Somewhat, I don't
Bohuja. Shy Jackal is gonna try to cover the plant. The plant's gonna go down, and Shy Jackal is gonna take down Turtle. Down to just Ponut. Ponut is gonna go for that very necessary reload here. Used up all his bullets previously, and Shy Jackal with a good angle on the door in blue. It's gonna take down Ponut.
Yeah, those early kills from Quetzal definitely helped RIT secure their ability to push. They did wait a little bit, but they had the numbers to push. They had the time, and once they cleared out Church, they could pretty much just plant. I believe it was either Bahoha or Redding was stuck on Arsenal. Couldn't really rotate over without running into a sight line of one of the attackers from RIT.
Yeah, no, definitely. Right there, I'm going to go ahead and award, who was the Hibana? Mentality? I'm going to award Mentality our Potato Award of the night. That was the Potato Trophy of the night. That goes to Mentality right there. That took a little bit too long for that engagement, and I do believe it was the fault of both operators having ACOGs, but at the same time, oh boy.
We'll have an interesting 6-pick from Reading off a clash onto Ella. Looking
Defenders, protect your
maybe get
bombs
some
being defused
more
by
traps
attackers.
going here with the Goo mines and the Grismount mines.
It's very interesting. It's once again tied up. GMU is once again able to go to basement because they lost the last round. And the only real change is that Ella. There's nothing else here that's changed. Are they going to be a lot more aggressive with that? Because they were pretty aggressive already with Turtle
10
Unleashed.
seconds left before insertion.
See, oftentimes we talk about the adaptability of teams, and really the adaptability can rapidly change the skill level of a team. And GMU's really being stagnant in their picks. It's working half the time for them, but they need to be a little bit more dynamic in their play style. You know, they're going for these hard peaks. Reading is, again, you know, looking for these quick peaks early in the round, but they need to learn when to back off and when they're not coming and focus more of the utility on slowing down the attackers elsewhere.
And Quetzal already in over in Strip. And a good job of pushing and taking down the music. Thank you very much. Reading making some noise and going towards Garage, possibly leaving out some mentality, gonna get some shots over by him and call it out. It seems that Quetzal is possibly, yeah, it's tracking the Rook at the moment. Not gonna focus at all on Reading. Reading, however, is gonna shoot a little bit at Shy Jackal and finally get spotted out by the Jackal and be forced to come back to site. It's 5v5. Every defender is on site. Well,
Yeah, RT taking swift control of the site, or sorry, the first floor. They can pretty much do whatever they want. They can push any hatches. I believe they would know by now. They've cleared enough that they have map control of everything but basement.
and Quetzal still going around looking for any leftover roamers, going outside a little bit and possibly telling his team to start setting up for that. Wait, did they even open the outside tunnel?
I don't believe so.
No, they did not. Possibly learning their lesson from last time, are not going to give Turtle a free kill from that. Instead, we're going to have Roboy trying to wash Metro here from Church. Not going to find anything just yet. 1 minute to go. RIT needs a collapse, and it needs it soon. You have time. Turtle, it's not going to open this time. You're stuck.
Lucky for it.
Oh, Ponut gets the kill on blue card, trying to exit Metro from a little kill hole that just wasn't there when blue card looked in, and it's very unfortunate. Shy Jackal looking at... Look, Shy Jackal! Oh, Bohoja gets mentality, Grode gets Quetzal, Ponut gets Shy Jackal, and Reading gets Rocket. He even saw a black leg at the kill hole right there.
That was just misfortunate right there.
RIT lead. Looks like RIT is gonna go for that rehost right now, possibly to... they can use it as a tactical break of 2 minutes to see what they need to be doing right now. Do you think that's going to be enough for them to pull out whatever it is that's blocking their way right now?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely can. They did it last map. This is almost a direct repeat of last map where we switched sides with GMU being up 1, GMU winning the first round if that were to happen here, and then RIT being able to swiftly come back. So we could see a repeat of last map. However, yeah, at the beginning of the last round, I was talking about how GMU needs to be able to adapt not only with their team comp, but with how they play. And as if they heard me talking about it, they realized that the peaks weren't coming, and they rotated back to site. They stayed on first floor a little bit, and it was kind of interesting because RIT really had map control with 2 minutes left in the match, but somehow couldn't win their. They lost their engagements once they got to basement.
And it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that it happened, but like I said earlier in the cast, you gotta win your engagements. You gotta win your gunfights, and that's how you're gonna manage to win out the rounds. If you just enter those rounds and just, potato all the time, it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work at all.
Yeah, I mean, part of winning Siege is um you want to try to never go into a fight on even grounds. You always want to try to get that extra step ahead of your opponent, really catch them off guard or get some advantage on them that allows you to, even if you have the lesser aim or maybe your recoil control is not as good, you can still get them because it's at that point it's not a game of aim, it's a game of the advantages and the positioning. However, it doesn't mean that you're gonna win your fights if you get the advantage. Like we saw multiple times that round where RIT had actually really good peaks, really good sight lines, and they just lost their engagements when it came to the one-on-one gunfights. And when you have the advantage like that, you have to win those.
Remind me again what the band operators were. It was. I know one was Glass.
It was Glass and it wasn't Jackal, I know that.
Mav, okay.
Oh, Maverick, that's right. And if I recall correctly, the defenders were Mira and Echo.
So much everyone. Alright, building the rounds. It was 3-2 for GMU since it was a swap. The site doesn't matter right now. As it's RIT's turn to defend. But
yeah, I mean, RIT, I believe they said one of their team members was restarting their computer, but this is a good time for the four of them and whoever else is in the call with them to take the time to reassess what they need to do. They did bring back the last map as we saw on Oregon, but that doesn't mean they can do it this time without, putting in some serious effort. Like these rounds have been close and they're doing good, but going back and forth and bringing it to, like next point wins in overtime isn't really a good way to go about it. They definitely want to pull ahead at some point here. Being down one, I believe they're switching onto defense now. They will have the luxury of being able to go basement, arsenal / church right off the bat, which is a pretty defendable site that they should be able to win on. But after that, they have to think about, where am I going? And I've seen RIT play before. They do have strategies for master bedroom, which is interesting because a lot of teams don't just do your general strategies, what you would do for a general site when you don't have a specific strat. But RIT actually has some pretty interesting strats I've seen that they've practiced on. So we might see them actually pick master bedroom early on in the match.
Just waiting on that last player to rejoin us right now. I know RAT's coach personally, and right now he's going off about how GMU may have copied RAT's strat on bedrooms, but he's very glad that they didn't copy it right.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I've noticed about RIT is they do have like these, like not I don't want to say random strats, but like strats for sites you usually don't go to. Like I see them have strats for like just interesting strats for like penthouse on coastline and for master bedroom on this map. And I appreciate when teams actually practice sites because so often we see games go, all right, let's win these two good sites and let's see if we can hold this third one if we have to do that, if they win two defenses in a row. But having a strategy for a tertiary site such as like master bedroom is really good. Actually, as if I predicted it, they are going to go gym bedroom first, very first round of their defense.
That's a curveball. That's a pretty big curveball right there.
I mean, GMU is I'd argue they're pretty geared up to deal with that. We will see Mentality bring the castle, and GMU switch to Thatcher, probably in reaction at them having Bandit with exterior walls. But they've Thermite, Blackbeard, and Thatcher, with which together can really open up the western exterior wall in that hallway by bathroom and gym, which will allow them to cut off their rotation from the stairs and the offices back on the site, which can be super vital in cutting off RIT's roamers.
Well, here it is. Here's the strat. Hang on. Are they gonna do it full? Yep. This is the one that Portable claims it's his strat. Nobody else can have it. Oh, I see. I see why it was copied wrong. It's this shield right here. The shield right here gives Bandit even more leverage on being able to actually put down his batteries during a trick. And that's what makes it better.
Part of the reason that, one of the reasons I like this game is there's a lot of utility. Like, deployable shields aren't really taken as much because people would rather have barbed wire or impact grenades, but that's a use where, like, you don't see that much, and that can actually turn the tide of a map in your favor, just having that one shield in that location.
We have quite a bit. Yeah, like that shield also makes it so that he won't get flashed easily. Definitely what he wants.
It also gives him protection from that window Bahoa standing by.
We're gonna see Roboy do the tango.
Yep.
And once again, Roboy down. We're gonna have to. And the smoke's coming out from GMU. They're actually gonna get the outside wall here and make Quetzal back off. It's gonna be big for GMU despite being one player down, unfortunately due to disconnect. And Mentality is just ready for when that Capital finally pushes in. Redding ready to get him, however, any second now. They're holding cash, interestingly enough, pretty hard. Forcing GMU to really commit to it. You know, Quetzal is trying to go outside. There's way too many of them there. Oh, Bohoja, however, is going to take down Mentality. And Rocket going to take down Redding. Shy Jackal. Blue Card takes down Ponut. And it's down to just a Turtle and Bohoja. It's not looking good. 1 minute to go.
Yeah, this cash room hold's really punishing GMU. They're spending so much utility trying to take it out. Looks like RT is going for a long flank. Possibly not. Quetzal looks like he might be rotating back. No idea where he's going, but we will have Turtle go down, leaving just Bahoa on Capital to win this 1v4 with 45 seconds left in the round.
Oh, what the? How did
Where did that come from?
Boop.
Dang.
That was luck. Okay, that might have been a little bit of luck, maybe a little. Final rehost for GMU. We're gonna. Neither team really wants to lose, but this is GMU's final rehost. And we're gonna go 3-3. And they really like to slug it out. Right now, it's just a slugfest. It's not pretty.
Yeah, it's definitely high kill games. Rarely do we see. I actually can't recall anyone actually defusing the defuse. I think pretty much every round so far has been won by either time or kills. Not by diffuser being planted.
So that last round, GMU did manage to open up that wall. But then they ended up getting really, really hung up on just the defense of cash of all things, bringing in not just 2 but 3 operators in the end to try and take cash after, you know, suffering a disconnect. Let's not forget that. And then ended up losing so much health and so much time just there. Even if they had the extra operator, they still would have lost all that time to trying to push cash. That reminds us of something that happened in Oregon.
Yep.
When they used up a lot of time on Quetzal in Tower.
Yeah, I mean, whenever there's a disconnect, it's always good to assess how that would have affected the round. And in my opinion, I feel like GMU still would have lost that. For one reason, as you said, they still would have had to push out that cash room. And for another reason, they lost their Jackal, and he's a roam clear entry frag. They still had their Blackbeard, with high fragging peaking potential. They still had their Thatcher Thermite combo to open up the walls. So, I feel like pretty much all Jackal would have brought there was a good gun and an extra man to push cash room. But I don't know if that would have been enough.
Oh. Go ahead and try to be fast. Nope. 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 Okay.
Oh, not this time.
Not this time. Again, we're on round 7 at the moment. It's tied up. And a bedroom gym was just taken. And RIT won bedroom gym of all things. That being their first pick. Not their second. Not their third. Their first defense pick.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good thing, because now you have 2 rounds in a row where you can pick Church Arsenal, and if you win this one, you can now go to Cash Room, and then you can go back. You pretty much gain yourself, I wouldn't call it a free round because they had to work for it, but you extend the range at which you get to pick the really good sites on the map, and that's super vital, because picking bedroom gym and winning that puts them tied with GMU, and they're on an easily defensible site where they could very easily take the lead if they play this right.
I tend to agree. And now we're over on RIT side taking basement. Gonna go see. That's actually a really nice skin on the. Oh nope, I'm getting rocket. Come on. Gonna take out the DMR. Is he gonna get the drone? No. Let's just walk away. Let's just walk away. It was the caster curse. It was the camera curse. When we're looking at them, they have to underperform.
5 seconds remaining.
RIT is opting for a slightly different lineup in terms of their operators than GMU took here. They will take a Cav. It was banned last map, and now Quetzal's gonna take advantage of the fact that Cav is free to play now.
Oh, does like his Cav sometimes. Oh wow, that was like a weird perspective shift for me. I thought he was walking on the wall, and I was very confused. I mean, he was rappelling.
Technically, he was walking on the wall.
Yeah, really was. Quetzal and Shy Jackal holding it over here, trying to wait for somebody. What is Shy Jackal on? A little table? Oh, so they won't see his feet. And the Blackbeard is gonna come in and get headshot by Shy Jackal.
First shot connected right with his head, taking out the Blackbeard. That rifle shield didn't really help him there.
No, it was facing the wrong way. Oh boy, this is gonna be another engagement very quickly here. And another headshot for Shy Jackal. Quetzal and Shy Jackal doing their regular roam strats here, as it seems that I can't. Road Boy is just going to back off as Bohoja tries to come in and lock out Shy Jackal, not knowing that Quetzal is here to assist in case of a frag. Bohoja is inside the Claymore. Oh, okay. Quetzal? Not gonna get droned out. Shy Jackal's gonna take out the drone, and Quetzal is going to wait patiently and run away and try to force him in. And Shy Jackal is gonna get roll boy, and interrogation is gonna give away the location of Turtle. And oh my, the Deagle is gonna come out, not gonna do any damage to Turtle, and Turtle is going to run for his life. Oh, the D comes out, but it doesn't finish off. Quetzal knows where he is. He's gonna go for it, but mentality around the corner takes out Turtle. I know that it would have been nice to get the Shy Jackal 3K there, but the interrogation was huge.
Definitely. I mean, Shy Jackal, I applaud his patience there, because 2 times we saw him get a kill while roaming, and in both of those times, he didn't push them. He waited for them to push, because he caught them off guard, aimed right at head level, and pretty much landed first shot, and it's a headshot. And when you get the first shot and you land the headshot, it's very hard for them to react and get the kill on.
Save for a little bit lag or the hitbox saying no, which it often doesn't, in my opinion. It's that was very well played by Shy Jackal, and once again, apologies for missing the 3K, but the bait from Shy Jackal, pulling Bohuja in to bedroom for Quetzal to get the cav down and then secure an interrogation, just deserves its own highlight.
Yeah, that's good teamwork.
Just completely baited. And it's gotta feel bad.
Yeah, I bet GMU's always going to drone out bathroom that corner now. You know, you get beat by that once. That's the type of kill where you remember, like, I've got to check that from now on.
Probably won't work again. If it works again, I will be very upset at GMU.
We will have them go RIT pick up cash room. They're also a good site. They could easily bring this to 3-5 if they play with the same effectiveness they did last round.
I think Redding is already taking some damage here, possibly from Garage itself. Trying to peek in. Yeah, there's a little bit of fight. He tried to shoot down to the window there and was met with resistance. Oh, Quetzal, you're not gonna get it! What?
He does. Huh.
Oh, and the artillery is gonna go down, and the artillery is gonna get it. The Capital banking on there not being a Kaid nearby to get it, and instead they lose both of their exothermic charges and are forced to push through the downstairs. But wait, they still have Road Boy. What are they doing? Oh, Quetzal gets the headshot on Road, and they're gonna get flashed, but Rocket is going to try and hold the Atom door. And Quetzal almost goes down. GMU worse for wear here. Quetzal has taken quite a bit of damage, and down goes Thatcher, and Ponut goes down. Looking very good for RIT, consequently.
And Quetzal is picked back up. It is now 5v3 in favor of RIT. Bohaz standing right by the window. Will peek into construction, not finding anybody. They still have a minute 15 to go. They have the diffuser. Bohaz shooting shots into construction will not connect.
Still being very aggressive here with this little peek. Meanwhile, Blue Card trying to get the Jackal Redding out, but Turtle is going to finish him off. Rocket is going to pick up the refrag on Turtle, however. And it's looking ever and ever tougher for GMU to get even an inch in. Oh, Shy Jackal with the headshot on Bohuja. And it's down to just Redding. And Redding might die to Evil Eye, actually. No? Okay. Quetzal goes for the run out, low in health. Oh! Come on, Quetzal. It would have been nice, but at that point, he's just playing. He's just playing with them.
A little bit too aggressive, but did waste a little bit more time.
That wasted
GMU
5 seconds at best.
Yeah. I mean, GMU doesn't have the time to pull this out. Looks like
Oh.
RIT. Yep. RIT will take this 5-3. Just need one more round to win out this map and the series for the night.
Suddenly mentality. Just suddenly mentality. GMU goes down for another consecutive round. It's been since they swapped, right? It's
Yeah.
3 rounds consecutively, with the 4th one closing out the series. GMU is not looking good. Their attacks just seem to be falling flat on any defense that RIT holds. Oh my god, they're back at gym bedroom.
Now, GMU has some trouble. They have a long uphill battle to fight here because they know how RIT plays gym bedroom, and that will work in their advantage. RIT might switch it up a bit, but GMU has to adapt to this. However, if RIT loses this, RIT is still up 1, and they can pick Arsenal Church basement, and that is not an easy site to attack. And not only has to win this this round here, but they have to beat RIT on basement.
It's a tall order. It's a very tall order. And they're putting up the same strategy as before. It worked so well last time. And, you know, already investing quite a bit on this western wall. Shield, Castlecade, opening up the floor and possibly putting down a Maestro Evil Eye. Closing out this over the window into construction so that they have a safe rotation back. Along with, yep. They're sealing out construction and sealing out cash. This is what lost GMU a lot of time last time. Last time they were at this. I can't have to be redundant. Last time they were at this site. Yeah, I can't. There's no other way to word this. But it looks like Reading is ready for them.
Yeah, RIT's looking to extend the site in the cash room. They're really just holding it mentality, and a lot of his friends just, you know, hanging out in cash room, having a good time, waiting for GMU to make a push over towards there.
Quetzal trying to get it right, and Quetzal's gonna have enough of a yep, the shield definitely helps. And the EMP is gonna take down one battery, but he's still gonna be able to try and trick here. Reading is gonna get rocket in in cash from below actually. And Shy Jackal is going to be left alone holding this as Bohoja takes on Quetzal at the wall.
A really big fucking hole coming right up.
Not looking good right now. And the western wall is going to get opened up, and Blue Card is going to stare down into it. They've already lost 2 players. They need to get some sort of frag here. Shy Jackal not going to find anything just yet. Gonna get droned out and be distracted as Reading looks in, but doesn't manage to get the frag just yet. Meanwhile, Mentality holding this little peek here and gets droned out. Blue Card, however, is going to get a frag onto him. Shy Jackal takes down Reading. Road gets the refrag onto Mentality. It's a 3v2 now. Shy Jackal trying to come around for the flank, leaving Blue Card alone on site to contend with both PW Nut and Turtle. And now that they know that they're there, oh, Shy Jackal on the flank, takes down Road Boy, and is slowly coming around to site. Needs to do something soon. As Ponut still in the office, looking for him, and takes down Shy Jackal. It is down to Blue Card. Blue Card needs to stop this. A Turtle is trying to find him. Misses the shots! Oh, and Blue Card takes down Ponut! No, Blue Card!
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Almost clutches it out. If he had just pulled the trigger, Blue Card, it would have been over.
Yeah, GMU definitely did better, in my opinion, at taking out the roamers. More like, they're not really roamers at that point. They're more like soft anchors, really camping out in cash from that time. GMU, however, still has to win against RIT, defending Church Arsenal. They do have a chance, but this is a very punishing site for attackers. It is not an easy one to take.
A 6-pick phase. It looks like Quetzal is gonna switch out Bandit for Caveira again.
Honestly, I agree with that pick because he now has 2 floors above him to roam, and we've seen before how
Attackers need to locate
with
and
between
defuse
Quetzal and Shy Jackal, how well they synergize in that bedroom cash room area, just really just cutting off people coming in. And we saw them do it last time they were on the site. Looks like they might be trying to do that again, really just cut off GMU before they can even make their push on the first floor.
I mean, it's a smart play. It forces them to have to deal with doing an actual roam clear for those first 2 floors and wasting at least a minute and a half, even if it's just to get those 2 frags. Those 2 frags are necessary, otherwise
10 seconds left.
Shy Jackal and Quetzal can just flank around and
5 seconds to
destroy the attack before it even begins.
I mean, even if they don't get frags, if they just waste a minute and a half, 2 minutes of GMU's time, it makes it a lot harder to push a well-fortified site on a basement.
GMU here going to go ahead and put some rounds into the construction wall. That's big enough to... Okay. Well, Quetzal and Shy Jackal once again up here, waiting for those picks. And actually going to open up the floor a little bit so that they can stop them from opening up the hatches in bar. And Quetzal gets the headshot after downing Redding on the hatch. It's going to be huge. And then Shy Jackal is going to follow it up with taking down Road Boy. Already showing themselves to be just quite invaluable to the efforts of roaming, to their efforts in roaming. RIT is going to be 2 up. Quetzal, just gonna miss Bohuja. Bohuja is gonna try to push in. Shy Jackal is gonna finish him off, and going to need to reload before facing off against the last 2 members of GMU's team. Not gonna get him. Gonna try to take out the Deeg, and Turtle is gonna cross him off. Like we said, 1:30. 1 minute 30 wasted. But that's 1 minute 30 with 3 teammates down. That's ridiculous.
I mean, GMU still has their hard breacher. They can open up that hatch. But honestly,
nope. There's no more exothermic charges.
This is going very far downhill for GMU at this point.
They can't. What? Why are you gonna use it there? Why would you? You could have used it on the Legion mines downstairs. Like, there's a lot. Yeah, there's one. And now he's down another EMP, and he's going to try to push through Metro as Turtle and Ponut have exhausted their gadgets and are now just have their guns.
Well, I think left is a breach charge and a claymore. EW not finding anyone. We only have 25 seconds left. Not much time to go. Mentality is looking for a kill. Does see both of them on pings.
Oh, gonna open up a little bit there. Turtle's gonna take out Rocket. Gonna take out Ponut. Down to just Turtle. Turtle's in the big hallway. Is he gonna find Mentality or Blue Card at all? He's gonna go around and come behind Mentality, take him out. Oh my god, Blue Card, don't peek! Don't peek! The plant is going down. Blue Card, what are you doing? Free fire! Oh, the headshot from Blue Card! Oh! It was not meant to be this time, and Blue Card finishes off the series for RIT with another strained 4-6.
That was close. GMU really took that back, but couldn't land the last kill on Blue Card, getting the diffuser Again, as he said, winning 6-4 the round. We will see Valkyrie's elite skin animation here. Nice.
That's gonna be it for this series tonight. We do have a game on Thursday and another 2 games from Open League over on Friday if you'd like to join us then. But let's talk a little bit about what happened there. How did RIT manage to not only choke out an overtime victory from GMU in the first map, but then actually manage 3 consecutive defense wins again on map 2, getting them the advantage they needed?
I really think the key with what they did there was practicing a strategy on Gym Bedroom won them that game, because although they didn't win it the second time, that gave them a free round. Not a free round, but it gave them an extra round of space to pick basement and cash room, and that let them take a decent enough lead that GMU had a pretty sustainable comeback that they would have had to put on.
So I'm gonna close this out right now. Although the RIT players are asking me to interview them, I don't like. We'll probably do that next time. That's not a bad idea, actually. But I have been Duke Karch,
And I'm King of Dopenshire.
and this has been the CAC stream. Follow us here on Twitch or on Twitter to know when we go live. Thank you and have a good night.
Good night.